Greetings. Today, the moon continues in watery Pisces, where we connect with a bigger spiritual picture, but also need to remember our bigger picture of what matters to us, especially as Neptune, Neptune is in 29 degrees Pisces, almost going into Aries, and Venus retrograde is passing by. Neptune early this morning, Pacific time, I believe just a little bit before 6 a.m. Pacific time, with that Neptune conjunction, or sorry, Venus conjunction of Neptune to Neptune. So Venus brings in themes of values, of what we value, what we appreciate, what we like, what we want more of, what we desire. And with Neptune being that bigger picture of the story that guides our lives, the myth, the metaphors, the reality we are choosing to align with, and so much to look at in terms of that Neptune energy. Venus also bringing in this piece about values for today. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Thursday, March 27th. So yesterday, I had some great information about how to think about the Pisces moon, especially completing the current Pisces moon cycle, activating the energy of Pisces with Neptune at the very, very end of Pisces, about to go into Aries on March 30th, just a very few days. And Venus now also activating that late Pisces Neptune as it joins. And the Venus energy of values is another way that we can anchor our understanding and connect with what is important to us in that bigger picture. So in addition to building on what I said yesterday, which don't miss it, it was really deep and informative and insightful in terms of the energies we're dealing with. So if you missed that, go watch that. And then also think about and add in today the way that values can help you connect with that bigger picture. So, bigger picture values, things that are important to you, like honesty, truth, trust, collaboration with others, right? How do you want to work with others? What does that look like? What does that feel like? What do you expect of your government? What does that look like? What does that feel like? What do you appreciate? What do you value? What do you desire? What do you want more of? And so another way to think about this is looking at things that work well, and focusing on this is what it looks like to have things working the way they should work. And what is important to you about that? Like even just bringing it down to something really basic, like your daily life, your work life. What does it look like when things are working the way they should? Is it because there's a good attitude? Is it because there's a spirit of camaraderie? Is it because the tech things are working the way they should, right? So in other words, getting at some of those day-to-day things, but what is deeper in terms of how that got there to be? So what do you value about working with others? What helps you work effectively with others? What helps you bring in supportive tools like tech, right? So if you're going to dig in your garden, you don't want to do it with a broken shovel. And if you need tech platforms to do what you do, it's also not helpful to do it with broken things or things that just don't work the way they should, right? So the values of what do I want to say? It's like the values of putting care into things, of making sure that they work properly, of thinking about them as serving a purpose. And this same thing really could apply whether you're talking about a healthcare system or a government or whatever it is you care about, whatever issues are important to you, and maybe they all are, right? But like um what is it that you wish worked better? So about the healthcare system, for example, what is it that you wish things would look like and things would be, and focusing on the why of that. So why do you want that? It's because it's to serve people, it's to care for people, right? Things like that. It gets at a deeper place of honoring and respecting, older people or younger people, or ourselves in our life journey, right? And supporting, having that support, so that we can be our true selves, so that we can be creative, so that we can have fun, make art, like do all the good things in the world, experience nature, right? So really just thinking bigger picture about what you value and how that value, that sense of value and what's important, is being supported in your life, and how it's not, and what it looks like when things are working properly, when they're working right, and why that's important. And then that can help you clarify what you care about, what you need to speak up about, what you need to take action in support of, how you can show up with your own gifts, your own experience, your own wisdom, your own story, whatever it is you have to offer to help to make that thing work better. Maybe it's speaking up to offer some feedback, to say this is how I think this could be better, instead of just complaining about why it's bad, right? So what can you do to make it better? And as we're working with these energies that I shared yesterday about thinking about the bigger picture and how there may be something we need to let go of or allow or recognize where we got misguided in the past, some of those things are surfacing. And as they surface, let yourself flow with it. Recognize it as energy moving through you, and by allowing the energies to flow and your intuition to connect you with what is important to you in that bigger picture, you can find your way of being the way you need to be in the world to make things better, to be part of the solutions, part of creating those values, those desires, those things that you want and wish for and dream about. So, and the moon was in Aquarius. We were talking about the future. Some really great ideas in earlier this week's videos about how to work with that Aquarius moon and think about the future. And now we're in that space of allowing, of recognizing that everything is interconnected and seeing where we need to flow to be our best selves, to align with the future that is calling us forward, and to allow ourselves to expand and to let go of the attachments of the past, the restrictions of the past, the ways of thinking and the constructs of the past that might limit us and hold us back, so that we can become who we need to become to be part of creating the world we want to live in. Thanks for being here. I'm Marina Orms, and you can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. Thank you for subscribing and hitting that subscribe button if you haven't yet. I so appreciate you and your support, and I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Bye for now.